How often do we sit here and talk about Viviana Miedema?
Who's that? Who's she?
She'll go far.
She is herself, and I think we say this about women's football and stuff, like, people are scared to show who they are. They're scared to be themselves in case it's like they just want to be a robot.
Oh my God! I totally forgot to say, do you know your names on the Emirates? Ireland squad has been announced, and you're not in it.
I'm 35, I'm experienced, I've been around the block. So Carla does love to have players like that, because I'm still of the opinion in my head, maybe because I'm deluded, that I still can go in and do a job. I'm actually at the point now where I'm like, I ain't getting 100. I think it's fair and square to say that. Tell me other players that can do that, like just can do that, but she does that to suit Arsenal.
If she were English, she'd be on every poster.
Oh, she'd be getting taken to the bloody Emirates in a horse and carriage.
You've seen the story of Wrexham in terms of the men and the growth over the last few years. For the women to now be on the same path that the men have met over the last few years is amazing. Jodie is an incredibly passionate captain. She is a proper leader in terms of on and off the pitch, the way that she commits. It certainly wasn't meant in any malice.
Hello, how you doing? Welcome back to The Kickback here on talkSPORT, sponsored by Disney+. Now the home of the UEFA Women's Champions League, where you can watch every match live. 18+ subscription required. My name's Shebahn, Aherne, joined by the evil sorcerer twin sister, football player Ruesha Littlejohn. Coming up for you on the show today, 3 derbies and a huge weekend in the Women's Super League, so we'll break it all down for you. Plus, do we want to see more housery in the women's game after a controversial end to the Welsh derby? And did Ruesha make the Ireland squad? We'll react to it live on air. Stay tuned for all of that and much, much more coming up on The Kickback. Please like, please subscribe, get in the comments, let us know your chat, please. Hi, Ru.
Hi, Cass. We might need to change that to football player. You could change it to like...
What, because you're not evil now?
Well, I'm still evil. I'd say there's a lot of evil in there.
Uh-huh.
But I just don't really play much, do I?
I know you've got a sore back.
Oh,
I'm sorry. You're sitting like you've Are you okay?
I'm walking like my pants.
Walk over there. Guys, can we get a shot of Ruesha walking in heels, please? Because
it's not the heels, it's the back is latched on at one side. It's like this side has just went, and it's been like that for weeks and it won't.
Excuse
my language,
there's a teacher who used to teach us, and your outfit
I feel like I'm kind of looking like a, what do you call that? Like I'm giving priesty vibes.
Yeah, slutty priest.
Some kind of.
I don't think you can see that.
Like a what?
Slutty priest.
No, that's not what I was going for. I was thinking I was more holy than that.
Yeah, it is a bit priest. Oh no, what is it? When you're not a priest, you're a...
Vicar.
Vicar.
I'm a vicar.
But vicars also have the little thing as well, don't they?
I'm not sure. Do you know what? I will be honest with you. I'm not up to date with my whole religion.
Where are you at with your religion?
Like I am a Catholic, but I'm not a practicing Catholic. I will maybe say a wee hope or prayer here and there when I feel like it's needed. And when I leave the country, I take my nanny's rosaries beads with me that I got, which your daughter actually snapped. I don't know if I grassed her in on that or not, but
I know when that happens.
Yeah, and that's as holy as I go, to be honest. But I've not got time for all this.
No, you don't have to start.
Right, sorry.
But I didn't ask you for that kind of opinion. But
partial
remember, you used to love a prayer.
Yeah, that's because we used to get made to go when we were kids. Either a Saturday or a Sunday, you get dragged along to mass. I'd be like, oh my God. But it got to a point where I could just repeat the stuff in my head. I was quite good at it.
I think I'm going to have to start.
People had a lot of hope for me back then. They had a lot of hope, but that slowly digressed.
I'm not going to lie. I think Mum must do a full novena for you every night.
Why?
She just worries about you.
I don't get it. Everyone just needs to relax a bit. Like, look at you.
What?
You can't cope. You're doing stupid shifts.
I'm coping.
Stupid hours. You barely see your husband. You barely see your kids. You get nothing really going for you. And you're doing a marathon and I'm also on that. So if anything, they should be like, look at this, look at me. I'm onto something.
No, I think I'm doing just great. I think I'm one of those people who's better when things are really busy.
You keep saying that, but it gets to the point, Cass, where you forget my name.
However, this week, this is my last show, and then I'm off on holiday for like 10 days.
Sorry, are you going to come swimming with me? Are you going to jump in? Mm-hmm. Are you going to go over your
Cass, I'm doing cryotherapy. The Irish Sea won't touch the sides of what the cryotherapy feels like.
We'll see.
You feel like it's so cold you're on fire.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Like my knees in the chamber when it gets to like minus 80, minus 100, that's when I'm like, oh, here go the knees. And it feels like they're being blowtorched.
Yeah. What did you do? 2-3 minutes? How long?
3 minutes.
3. Yeah.
3 minutes at minus 180.
Yeah.
And then as soon as it goes 0, Laura like pops the cord.
Yeah.
And the air can escape.
Right.
And it's still freezing, but you feel weirdly warmer.
Right. Imagine you went in and didn't come back out. Just like that.
Thanks. What, on the first time I did cryotherapy,
Froze to death in there,
I
yes.
thought she was trying to kill me. Because it's not only is it a horrible sensation getting that cold, but you kind of can't breathe, and you're also enclosed, so you kind of people get that claustrophobic.
You are very dramatic, so I'm actually surprised that
Laura says I'm a pure boss at it. She's
Yeah.
like, you're fine. We can
Yeah.
go colder. Let's go colder. I'm
Let's
like,
do it.
but after it, you feel so alive.
Do you ever
I
think
feel
you're
like I
in
could
there?
run home when I
Yeah.
come out. It's in Luton. I feel like I could run
Yeah.
to St Albans. Probably
You
good.
ever in there thinking that you're in an episode of Frozen? You're like,
Let it go.
with your hair down.
Let
Wear
it
your hair down in
go.
it.
No, you have to put your hair up. No jewellery on. Everything. It's just,
Yeah.
you have to wear socks and what they're called,
Wee
little
toe socks.
croc
toe
things.
boots. Yeah.
and
Oh,
gloves.
you're the ultimate professional. Any team would be lucky to have you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. On top of that, I have been getting sports massages from your bird. They're not.
She thinks that you put an act on when I come in.
She put the act on. I didn't like that from her, to
Yeah.
be fair. She was like, oh, we've been fine until you came in and now she's acting up. I'm like, I think you're acting up. I've been fine. Now you've changed the goalposts.
She does have, honestly, I think she does go out her way to try and inflict pure pain upon you. But I don't know how she's got the endurance in her fingers.
I don't know how she got the certificate, if I'm being honest with you.
Well, yes.
I'm back in on Wednesday.
On
The kids
Wednesday,
are going to
is
be there because the kids are off.
Right, I won't
So
be there.
That'll be probably, they'll be going, why are you hurting my mum? That's
Maybe.
probably what they'll be thinking.
Reeve will be crying in the corner,
This is
honestly.
too much for me to handle, mum.
Brooks will be up trying to kill the cat
No.
or something.
Oh,
So-
bless.
Anyway, look, Cass, you've got to do. You're taking this serious, and yeah, 1 month out, we're all rooting for you. I don't think I'll be there though. What day is it
You're
on?
not going to come and see me?
Well, what day is it on?
The Sunday, the 26th of April.
Cass, I play football.
I'll be
Don't-
finished then.
No, what do you mean?
Got like 3 games to go.
Yeah, but there's internationals, and then there's a game. It's like dragged out again. It's that way. There's a pure whatever it's looking like. But Cass, I've got a job that I need to go to.
Well, to be fair, you're not playing.
No, it's also true.
Like, why don't you bring me some gels?
I should probably
maybe the 13th
run
mile.
along with you for a wee bit. Get a wee bit of K's in the legs.
No, you said, well, either way, I'm sure
Yeah.
you'll have finished a game or finished. It's a Sunday, so maybe not. I don't know.
Right.
You're playing Sunderland. Are they home or away, Bo? Oh, well, maybe you could just call that one in sick.
All right. Okay.
You cannot come at the marathon.
Cass, it's not all about you.
It is.
It's not. I can actually think getting worse. I'm thinking the traffic actually getting into London, the trains, because it was running through my head going, God, if I get a game on that
Train's
Sunday, that's
easy.
going to be brutal.
Train's easy.
Is it? Surely they're rammed. Everyone's going into that area, that place.
Well, it's
Ah.
26 miles around London,
I
so
know.
not everyone congregates at the one bit.
Not good time for it.
It's a vast area.
Look, I'll drop you a message. I'll give you a phone call on the day.
Thank
How
you.
about that?
Thanks very much. I'm
Right.
actually looking forward to it, I have to say. I know we'll talk about football at some point, but as Ruesha says, it's all about me. It's not. Well, let's move on. How was Palace yesterday? You guys won again?
Yeah.
You win again, so little time, baby.
It was at Selhurst Park. That's the first time I've ever been there. Never been there before. Do you know what I find fascinating? How like some of the stadiums in the Premier League are tiny.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's so tiny.
Selhurst
Pitch is
very
beautiful.
compact.
Compact. It's only like 26,000 fans capacity. It's actually probably perfect for like a good women's team like that would get that crowd in. I also think, while I'm on that topic, it'd be great if the women's team could play there more often, because when you're at Sutton, it's very out the way. You don't really get the fans. So I think if it was at Selhurst, you'd be able to generate a good bit of fans coming to the game. And I think that's something that they maybe could be looking towards. I don't know if I'm speaking out of line here.
Well,
like
I think
going in the morning,
if you've
again.
got any sort of cop on and your job is to have a women's team, maybe you could look at the ones who are doing it well. Arsenal, 46,000 in the North London derby.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So that, like, obviously the stadium wouldn't be big enough for them because they constantly are getting great numbers at the Emirates. But I think Palace that's something that they could really keep pushing on.
Let's go back to the WSL then, starting with the number of derbies that we saw on Saturday. They were all derby games.
That's right.
And the Women's Super League. Everton, Liverpool going down to 10, but still clinging on for the 3-2 win. Their first win on the road this season.
Is it?
Yes.
Holy smokes. Holy smokaloni.
Yeah.
Is that word?
Holy smoking guacamole.
Fantastic. Yeah, no, that's great. Great for Liverpool. I did see one of the goals. It was an unfortunate one. Everton defender just gets a good bit of contact on it, heads into the back of your net. Great finish. Great finish, but Courtney Brosnan could do nothing about it. Look, sometimes on games like that, you need a bit of luck. And yeah, credit to Liverpool, because am I right in saying that Liverpool do normally struggle against Everton?
Yeah.
Is that right? Have I made that up?
Yeah. No, you haven't made that
I've
up.
not made that up, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. And obviously I think it would have been a great game for the fans. Plenty of goals, plenty of action, so yeah. But massive 3 points for Liverpool. I think that takes them right out of any grey areas, so I think they're definitely safe.
Well,
like we did touch on last
considering
week.
Leicester got another loss yesterday, it looks like Leicester are going to find themselves in that scrap battle to stay.
I don't see, Shebahn, I don't see how they can overcome this now. I know they tried to strengthen in January, brought in a couple of players, but I just think it's too late. I think the squad, it just looks like it's lacking the belief too. They've got some really good players in that squad, but it's just something isn't happening.
Do you think they have got the character in them to play a championship team and avoid going down in that playoff game? Because this is the thing, the championship team have nothing to lose.
Yeah.
Whereas Leicester...
And keep in mind it's at home advantage.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I'm going to say I think it depends who they play. I think it depends who they play. I think it'll be actually a fantastic fixture. I think it'll be really exciting. Very nervy, very cagey, but I think it could be a bit of action-packed stuff there.
Charlton in WSL2 are a point away from securing promotion, but they've lost their last 3 games.
I think they've lost their last 2 and maybe drawn one. So you're looking and you're going, it's like almost getting to that crunch time and don't want to speak out too early, and you don't like to see this happening to teams. Are they just lacking experience? Are they just lacking a bit of more experience in their squad to really see them over the line?
Yeah.
They've been fantastic this season. They've been like, they were running away with it, but it's almost like crunch time. Is that what you're just seeing? They just need a few more senior players in there to just get the group together and just help guide them in these moments. And let's not forget, they've still got to play Birmingham, and that goes down to the very last game of the season.
Oh my God.
So I'm looking right now and I'm going, see, Charlton have been running away at top, and I'm actually looking going, I won't be surprised if they end up in third.
In
If
the
they end up
playoff
in the
game?
playoff. Like, honestly, I think that could happen at
Do you
one
think
point.
Charlton
But then
can
I'm
beat
going,
Leicester?
they just need to, before it even gets to that, they've got chances to get a point.
Yeah.
They can get a point, and if they secure the point, they secure promotion, and that's that's going to be a huge relief to them. So I do think it's possible, but I'm just saying that the way it's going right now, the pressure is on. But I hope because I credit to them, they've had a fantastic season. You wouldn't like to see a team totally unravel right at the end when the push comes to shove. But look, this is what the league's all about, it's what competition's about. So yeah, good luck to them. But yeah, 1 point and they secure promotion.
This competition is so alive.
So that means they finish in second. They've secured promotion.
Yeah.
So 1 point.
Yeah.
You don't even need to go into that third place playoff. But right now you're going, how it looks, you're almost like, surely not. But anyway.
That's the thing, it's one massive point, and it's all about then character and holding your nerve and, like you say, not unravelling at this stage. That playoff position, I think, has made this league far more interesting this season.
I'm all for it. I'm like, thank God.
Yeah.
Oh, like, come on. Like, we need to grow the WSL. It needs to happen, and you need to make the championship like more exciting too. So it's like there's movement happening now. Both leagues have been exciting throughout the season, and right now I'm going, that is so juicy, that game. I'm not sure how it ends up being the WSL2 team gets the advantage, but not going to complain. But how exciting is that going to be?
Yeah.
The only one thing I'm going to say is the WSL typically finishes like a couple of weeks normally after the WSL1. However, WSL2 finishes 3 weeks earlier right now, okay? So that team, whoever's in that third place playoff, has got an extra 3 weeks before they play that game. So I don't know where your head's at right now, Shebahn, but I'd be sitting going, oh, for God's sake.
I want to go on my holiday.
I want to go on holiday. I want to go on holiday, and for the love of God, I'm going to put this out there. If it happens to be Palace that are in that third place playoff, which I don't think it will, by the way, but if it happens to be that, better say, here, there's 5 days to a week to go on holiday, then come back in, you've got 2 weeks.
You can't.
How not?
Because
you need a mental break.
No, because you can't come back and have a pre-season after your wee holiday.
You're not having a pre-season.
It will be like a little pre-season.
It's not pre-season.
You'll roll back in the door, Kaz.
I won't. If you went here, have 5 days, go and get a wee bit of sunshine, and you're going to be given a programme to do, I think the girls would bite your hand off. They would be like, fantastic, yes, please. And it's just like another reset, recharge. Boom, you're back in 2 weeks, get to business. Honestly, Cass, trust me.
What?
I'm a player. I'm a current player still. I get it. I get it. You're going to be in, if people are going to have people in for 3 weeks, man, you're going to be sucking the living soul out of them. Trust me. Trust me. I'm pretty sure the Pep not let his squad go away recently.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
But women's football's a different ballgame, Cass. Everyone gets a bit, you know.
Yeah, it really is. Let's go to the Manchester derby then on Saturday. City, as they say, have that one hand on the trophy now. How often do we sit here and talk about Vivianne Miedema?
Who's that? Who's she?
She'll go far, that one.
If she sticks in it, she'll go far.
If she knuckles down.
If she knuckles down and switches
she's
on.
She's got a career in football.
She's got a wee career ahead of her. Yeah, just fantastic. And it's great to see, like, at this point in the season, and she's still chipping in. She's fit, healthy. We've said it before, playing with a smile on her face. She's happy to score, she's happy to assist, she's happy to track back and do the dirty work. So it's just great to see a player like that, like, really feeling valued, and Man City now getting the best out of her. Look, I think, stranger things have happened. We know this. We go back to that other year with the Chelsea Man City, and Man City blew it. I think they've been through it. They've been through that, and it won't happen again. They've got too much quality in that squad, too many good players. They're sitting there, they've absolutely smashed this season. They ain't blowing that now. And if they do, I'm sure I said it last week, they should all look for something new to do. Do you know what I mean? They could sit and do a podcast if they wanted to then, because they'd be absolute miles off it if they were to blow it now. But no, Man City are winning this league.
The manager, I'm hearing through different people about the man management side of his game and how important it is. I don't know if it's true. I haven't spoken to Vivianne Miedema about this, but you know, as if it's very play with freedom. He leans on them for their experience. It's not just this is my way or the highway, get on board or get out kind of thing. And clearly it's working now. Also, what you're seeing is a squad, an absolutely beautiful squad there. Seeing Caroline coming off the bench. I mean, if you're a Man United defender, you're like, do me a favour.
Man City have a squad that they trust and believe in, so they use their squad. They don't just have a starting 11. They've got a squad that chip in, chip away, and that's why they're in this position. We've seen during the season that sometimes Miedema, for example, doesn't always start. She doesn't always play. But then she'll come on. She might get 30 minutes. They might rest her and go, right, well, let's not just hammer you too soon. People might be trained. It might be performances where they go, right, we're going to start Caroline today because she's on it. And they use their squad. They use their squad to be in this position. But you need a squad this day and age. You need that. You need that. And here you go, Man City. Yes, we know they've not had Champions League, but look at them. They're absolutely flourishing. I can't wait to see what happens next season for them too.
I'm also loving our girl, Kirsten Kasperai.
Yeah.
We love very much. Now 7 assists more than anybody else in the Women's Super League this season. And a great goal from her as well on the weekend.
Yeah. She just... Do you know what I really like about Kirsten? Is she's herself.
Yeah.
She is herself. And I think we say this about women's football and stuff, like, people are scared to show who they are. They're scared to be themselves in case it's like they just want to be a robot. But obviously she's a great player, works hard. She loves to go and do her captions and put her spin on things where some people would be going, oh my God, I can't do that. That's outrageous.
Oh, get in trouble.
Oh my goodness gracious me.
Yeah, Kasperai, we love her all day long. She's a good person. Not only that, she's a great player. I'm going to say it now, best right back in the league.
Yeah, you signing her?
I'll sign her.
Yeah.
She is.
You think she'd play for you?
Yeah.
Aye, right.
We like that.
Yeah, but no, like, what a season she's had. But it's just nice to see her being herself, enjoying her football and, like, enjoying her life and enjoying her Instagram posts.
Yeah,
You know?
It's all about the IG. because if it's not an IG, it didn't happen.
Didn't happen.
Yeah, fair play to Man City. I think we all agree that they have won the league. And I am excited to see what's to come from them in the future, because the Bunny announcement still hasn't happened. She's got to sign. She's got to sign. She's
come on. What, she's just going to rock up now and sign for Chelsea, who could maybe not even have Champions League, who could be finishing. Do you know what I mean? All that jazz.
Well,
they will have Champions League. I'm sure I think they will. It's going to be pure squeaky run time, Cass. Hurry up. I want to fast forward. I want to fast forward to the next 2 weeks.
No, I know.
I just want to see what's happening.
We can't, but what we can do is talk about Arsenal's performance at the weekend.
Oh, bet you loved it.
5 goals in the North London derby.
Were you there?
No, I wasn't there. I watched it though. I watched it on the couch with my Arsenal talk. Oh my God! I totally forgot to say, do you know your names on the Emirates?
You sent me the picture, that was it.
Bo, did we know this? Ruesha, we did. Yeah,
right,
your name.
Not talking. That's enough.
Traitor. She sits here and has a go at me for taking my kids to the Emirates, for enjoying the Arsenal.
I never played it then.
And this rat's name's on the wall.
Can we say that? I'm pre like all this jazz.
So what,
I wasn't about for any of that.
But you're still part of it. You're part of the history.
I was there and quickly spat out. Let's just say that.
But why is your name on the wall? Do we know why?
I think they just have every player that's maybe represented Arsenal on the wall. Just like, do you know what I mean?
I did see a thread on X one day of people fuming when they realised that you once played for Arsenal.
That does tickle me. They're like, that's fake. Someone's just made that up. Fans are doing that to take the I'm like, unfortunately, was.
And I want to say you've got the stat of, is it the fastest hat-trick?
No, not fastest.
You've got a stat for Arsenal. And it was doing the rounds recently, and people were like, I didn't know Ruesha played for Arsenal, this is disgraceful and all that.
I mean, I barely played for Arsenal. I went there.
But you have a stat.
There was a manager, that Tony Gervais, he was a manager at the time. This was like, people wouldn't know this because they didn't like football then. They didn't even know football was a thing, right? But I've been there from the kind of start. So when people try and get me out of it, I'm like, I've been there longer than you just because you've got an Instagram fan page. Sorry. Since you've got an Instagram fan page, doesn't make you women's football's greatest fan. Do you know what I mean? Like, I did play football. I'm 35 now. I've been about the block. Do you know what I mean? So
she's gone off on one.
They just don't get it. They just don't get it. So I did play for Arsenal, but I got brought down. And in the very same week, the manager that brought me down resigned. So there was a whole then turnover. And from that moment, like, I was like getting shafted anyway, because there was other forwards they wanted to bring in. And that was it. So it was just kind of this weird thing that happened. And I was there for a very short time.
And you became the only gay in the village as well?
No, there would have been many.
Many gays in the village?
Yeah, there would have been many gays in the village.
Yeah, but you became your own gay of the village?
I probably realised that there was...
probably the first gay person in Oldham Chapel.
Really?
Probably.
I bet there's a few in the closet up there. Your dad being one.
Oh, Bo, I will find the picture. We'll put it up. But somebody sent me on Instagram your name on the Emirates wall at the J block. I bet you they'll find a way to get it taken down.
No.
Probably Tipex
Score it out, set the plaque on fire. They'll probably burn the stadium down now.
That's so good.
That's it.
Imagine just fans start Tipexing out your
protesting.
name.
They won't be going to the game till it's off.
Back to the Arsenal game then, the North London derby. Alessia Russo, a first half hat-trick.
Yeah.
Chef's kiss.
I think she's just really hitting fine form right now at this point in the season again. Our goal the other night in the Champions League was exceptional.
It was.
It was absolutely fantastic. So she's just happy playing football. She's playing a bit higher up yesterday. I do really like her in that deeper position though.
What do you think it was, Rush? Because when you look at Bunny Shaw's numbers, for example, and we were saying last week you put Viv behind Bunny Shaw, she's putting them on a plate, Bunny finishes them, they're both doing their job fine. But Alessia Russo's got the likes of Mariona feeding her as well. But why is it seems like the last couple of weeks you think Russo's just all of a sudden got very clinical? Not that she wasn't before, but it feels like her game has gone up a notch.
She's just in fine form. She's enjoying her football. I think you roll back the weeks and weeks ago where Arsenal were drawing silly games and they probably all weren't at the races. Like, they'll be kicking themselves. They could be literally sitting top of the table right now if they hadn't drawn so many games. So I think they've just lacked form. You've got to look and go, was it distraction of Champions League, cup games? Was it all too much for them? Was their heads elsewhere? I do think Arsenal thrive off the big games, So is it maybe just a thing in the squad of being like, they just were off it? They're just off it and not as clinical for the games when they're maybe not playing as such, tasty teams, where they're like, and they just kind of switch off. Like, that can happen, but that's why they're not champions right now.
Okay.
So, but look, I think Arsenal right now are going in the right direction, and I think they'll have a great end to the season.
Can we just take a brief pause from our WSL chat, because
I'm pregnant.
Ireland squad has been announced and you're not in it?
I honestly probably wouldn't shock me.
Well, you are in it.
It wouldn't shock me. I mean, again, I've not kicked the ball since the last camp. But it's out of my control right now. It's actually out of my control. You just need to go training and get your head down. But it's like, where can you play? Going and playing for an academy isn't really going to do anything. You're better at training. I'd go and play football with the lads on a Monday night, but again, that's not allowed in your contract, but I may as well go and do that. It's out of my control right now.
Can we have a serious chat about this? Because
I don't think I'm that pish that I can't step foot on the pitch, though.
Yeah.
I'm not that miles off it.
What you mean for club?
Yeah. I'm not saying I should be starting every game, but I do think you could get on. I think as a player, you should be allowed to say that. I don't think that's a bad thing. I'm saying this right now. I do think players should feel that if you're in a team, you could play minutes. Else, why is there a squad?
So, well, this is the thing. They talk about the importance of a squad, even if you're not playing. Where are you at personally then? Say it's out of your hands that you don't get on a pitch, because I saw in the last camp announcement, Carla was asked, Carla Ward was asked by the media about your inclusion in the squad when other people had maybe played more minutes who hadn't been selected. And she spoke about your squad experience. That's why you're a valuable member of the team. It's important for you to have been there. But where is it personally when you see the minutes dwindle? And do you now go, okay, I have to accept that I'm now a squad player for international duty and for club? And what's that role like? How do you keep your head up?
Oh, I'll be honest, I think it's awful. I think it's pure miserable. It's one of those, like, right now I get it. So we at Palace we've climbed the table. There's been a real turnaround and the girls are flying. And when you're winning games, you can't complain. So as a player, you can't complain. I can't be going and chapping the door and going, start me, because we're winning. So that's the thing. But I do think, like, probably go and argue and go, well, how did I get on the pitch? That's a different conversation. That's for me to have with the manager. So it is tough. But then if you're not playing now in the modern day game, typically you need to kind of have minutes to get selected for camp. I think at Ireland, we don't have that luxury because we've not got this massive pool of players. So maybe for me, that is fortunate that I am such a squad player, as in I bring a lot to a squad in terms of have a carry on with the girls. Like I'm 35, I'm experienced, I've been around the block. So Carla does love to have players like that. That's not new. We know she loves having experienced players about. But then going into camp, it makes it difficult because I'm still of the opinion in my head, maybe because I'm deluded, that I still can go in and do a job, whether that's coming off a bench, whether it would be starting, whether it's playing 45. I still believe I can do that because I've been injured before and came into camp and have to play. You look at the lads, there's probably 3 players in the starting lineup that hadn't played a lot of minutes at club either. Seamus Coleman, the captain, being one, and they're going to do a great job. So I'm like, I'm not a player that believes that I need to be playing minutes every week to be the best. I think when you get to an age, it's just all about experience and not overthinking those things. I think different players want the sharpness when it's like when their game's about speed, sharp decision making. Like, I don't get caught up in that. I'm just like, you're in a role, you're communicating, you kind of go in and do a job. I think that comes with age though. I think if you're younger, you might look at it differently. But to me, I'm just like, so coming in and knowing your role is for the girls, for the team, it's hard, but you just need to kind of wrap your head around it quick and go, well, that's fine. I've committed to another season of playing football. This is the way it's going. But you just have to get your head down and crack on with it. And that's all you can do. Go and be a teammate for the girls. Yeah. That's it, at club and at country.
So where you are at now with 93 caps for Ireland, it feels like 100 is so close yet further than it's ever been away.
Oh yeah, no, I'm actually at the point now where I'm like, I ain't getting 100. I think it's fair and square to say that. Like, it won't happen. How will it happen? I don't play now. So you just need to go, well, I gave it a good crack at the whip. I'm looking at past camps and you're going, it's another 5 caps gone. And you go, well, I'd be 2 away from 100 now. But you could look back and go, oh, you were injured here, there and there. And you could, I should be over 100 caps if you want to look at it like that, but I'm not. But I don't think it's going to define me as a person. I know that. But I go, I've had one hell of a journey. Like, I've had one hell of a journey, so we're in this wild dream of, well, it's my wild dream of you go to Brazil, which might not happen because guess what, at the end of the season, I might not even have a club, so I won't be going to Brazil. But at the start of the season, the aim was, in the start of the campaign, we want to go to Brazil. So you'll go and you'll still give it all for that, you know?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. How much does it hurt when it's completely out of your control? Like, how does that help keep you positive? And do you get to the stage some days where you're like, I can't do this anymore? Because I think you are quite an emotional person,
Yeah.
I'd say. Like, I think it's written all over your face if you're not happy.
Yeah, and I think especially around my periods, like I can't control it, I'm just like, whatever. I do think like how you communicate with people and that is a big thing. So right now, I can't go into too much detail, but right now I'm like, so what did you say?
How do you, I don't really know what my question was either. Like, how do you keep yourself?
How do you go in and manage that?
Keep smiling.
You don't. There is days where you go in and you're honestly just like, here we are again. Here we are again, because you know no matter what happens, you're never playing because the team is set. That's the way it is right now, so you just need to, but I do think you're allowed to be angry as a player. You're allowed to be disappointed. Why are you going to go in and just be a cheerleader all the time? Especially when it's like a club team, when you're in every day. Like, you should be frustrated. You shouldn't be buzzing that you're sat on the bench every day. And if you are, you're weird. I don't get that. Like,
you're different.
How can you be, like, I know I could look at my current team at Palace and go, the girls that are on the bench are not buzzing. But you have to just try and put on a thingy for the girls. But you can't be boom there every day. That's impossible. We are sports people. Like, we're sports people, so you do have egos, you do have competition in you, you've got a competitive edge, so why would you be sitting there going, oh, that's great?
What would it mean to you to get 100?
I'd be like, wow. Just because I know it's, like we said before this season, I was like, will you get your, will you not? But if I did, I think I'd go. And I've got this in me, like, it's impossible to get, it's so hard that I want to try it.
Yeah.
Because I'm a weirdo like that. It's just like, well, it's stupid at times though, because you're a bit like, who are you trying to prove that to? Do you know what I mean? Like, I could walk away from football right now. I probably should. But there's something embedded in you, like where you're going, well, that's given up. You're sacking it off just because it's so hard. You're sacking it off. But I'm like, no, I do things the hard way. And I'll keep going and I'll keep clinging on to that till it's physically taken away from me, impossible right now.
Do you feel like you are trying to prove someone?
Not someone. I think you always want to prove to yourself. I think, yes, there's times when you do want to prove to other people that you can. Mm-hmm. I do think sometimes my situation, like, I'm a bit unique from everyone else, and the fact that I am probably severely misdiagnosed. Do you know what I mean? But I am. Like, I do think how people will be like, I might do stuff that I could probably be annoying people unintentionally. Like, and I don't even know. Mm-hmm. I'm just like, But like you say, I do think I've got a face on me right now where I'm like...
But probably because you're not... The one thing you've loved all of your life is out of your control.
Yeah.
Because you're not getting the choice now. Like, you're at a stage of life where you might have lost the yard because it happens, right?
But do you know what?
Might not be as sharp.
I can't stand that. I cannot stand that.
What?
People go, like, as soon as people go over 30, say 32, they're like, yeah, they've lost the yard. Oh, yeah, they've lost the yard.
No, I'm not saying it's an age
They've lost
thing.
the yard. No, but everyone says
naturally.
It. Managers say it, coaches say it, pundits say it, and I'm like, based on what? What are we basing that off? Guess what? You're going to have a 20-year-old that is a whippet come through. So you're never going to be that whippet unless that was always your game. That's never my game. I've never been a whippet. But guess what I've got? I've got an engine. If you want me to go and cover ground, I'll go and cover ground. Do you know what I mean? Like, I just think it's such a throwaway comment, especially in the women's game right now. You could go through men's football and look at the players that they've got in their squads that are 33,
It was all the 40-year-olds who were scoring and
40,
who knocked Ireland out. It was the 40-year-old.
Is it Dzeko, who's 40 now?
40.
He's 40 now. You've got... I know you've got some like
James
superstars
Milner, still in the Premier League.
Still in the game. You get professionals like that, and they have a lot more access and help to recovery and to be able to stay there at that time. But I'm like, in the women's game, there's a bit of that too. It pisses me off because it's like people would be expected. I'm very lucky at club, and with my manager, there's that, like, they know I don't train every day because of my Achilles. We manage that. But I'm also like, I don't need to train every day. I ain't getting fitter. I'm not getting fitter, and it's actually proven that it's science that if you are a senior player, you're an older player, you ain't getting fitter. You're going to have that. You're going to maintain that. Like, you don't need to do more. You don't need to do more. So I'm like that really gets to me. That really infuriates me. But yeah, the whole comment, throwaway comment, they're 32, 33, legs have gone. I'm like, it's absolute waffle. It's pure breeze. I'm like, based on what? Unless they've had a massive injury and their knees are gone and they can't move, maybe. But guess what? You're always going to have a 20-year-old or 23-year-old that is naturally fast and jinky. That's fine. That might be their game. It doesn't mean someone's legs have gone. It's such a throwaway, average, lazy comment. Oh.
Wow.
And I'm not saying that on me. I'm talking about a lot of people. And I've heard people say it and I'm like, whatever. Cool.
Has somebody told you recently that your legs are gone?
I'm sure they're sitting there saying it. People probably have, but nobody's told me that.
Yeah.
But no, that like,
maybe
in a lot
you
of
should
team
be
meetings.
careful.
I've been in a lot of team meetings in the past, and they'll talk about loads of players saying legs have gone, legs have gone. I'm like, then the best player on the pitch.
Right.
Talk to me about legs. Maybe it's a psychological thing where I think some people do believe it.
Yeah.
But I think it's this, maybe in team meetings, for example, it's like to give players a bit of belief, like yeah. But I'm like, best players on the pitch.
Maybe you're right.
Talk to me about their legs have gone.
Yeah.
They can read the game, control the game. They don't need legs.
Don't get me wrong. As you get more experienced with, I remember Jenny Beattie saying it to me years ago.
Yeah.
When she went back to Arsenal, remember I did a podcast with her,
Yeah.
and I'd said how I think my question probably was, in hindsight, probably unacceptable, probably a bit disrespectful.
Yeah.
To said like you're going back now, see as a player now of a certain age, and you're looking at all these youngsters, and she was like, but my age is my experience.
Yeah.
With age comes my experience. So I go back in there knowing that because of my experience, I belong there.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh God, like I probably didn't ask the right question.
Yeah.
kind
But
of
I think people don't understand that because it's just it's this kind of thing. But now it's like, there is maybe some clubs in women's and men's football that are going, no, you need experience. I've just touched on Charlton there, going, they could probably do a bit more experience right now. Like if they were wanting to sit top of this league and clean it right through and breeze it the way they have. They just need that experience. Every team needs experience.
Well, I think that leads us nicely on to our next subject, being Kim Little, who made her 400th appearance for Arsenal in the North London Derby. Yep. She walked out with her nieces and nephews, and the fans put up the tifo of her, and you could tell she was overcome with emotion. You've known her since you were wee, really, since you were little. Again, her experience is invaluable. And of course, Kim, I think she's probably going to be at Arsenal now for the rest of her days, be it with another role if it's not on the pitch. You would never ever look and say somebody like that's legs have gone.
No, and guess
she's
what?
so experienced.
And guess what? I bet you there's people out there that have been watching games before and they go, her legs have gone. Not the same player, legs have gone. It's such a lazy... It's like people that probably haven't played football that'll throw these comments about. That's what does my nut in. I'm thinking, aye, cool. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, she does... Kim's changed her game. Kim's game used to be getting on the ball, literally running through a team, banging one in. That was her game. She was better than everyone else. She could do it for fun. When she first came down to England, that's what she done. People were going, who's this? They've only seen the likes of maybe Kelly Smith before, and then there's this young Scottish girl, Kim Little, literally doing the same thing. And people were a bit like, and I'm like, the game caught up with Kim. The game had to catch up with Kim Little, is how I will say that to everyone that talks to me and asks about Kim Little in her youth and now. I go, WSL had to catch up with Kim. And that's in terms of like fitness, engine, stamina, technical ability, seeing a game of football. Like everyone had to do that. Like that. Honestly, I think that's what happened. And then I think Kim did get a wee bit older, had a few injuries, went out to States, came back. She changed her style of play. You've seen it like Ronaldo. Ronaldo used to be a winger, flamboyant winger, boom, boom, chop over, step overs, chop you inside, wrap one in. He now just is, his game is in the box. His game is focused on being in the box and scoring goals. Kim Little now can focus on getting on the ball, keeping play ticking over, getting other players on the ball, and then chipping in here and now with a moment of brilliance. Like, tell me other players that can do that, like, just can do that, but she does that to suit Arsenal, to help others fit in around her. She changes her role for that. No one else can really do that. Like, so people that have said their legs are gone, miles off it. She might be, I know she came out there recently and said she had done a thing like with mental health and she spoke about it. So there's things like that go on with players that people are just quick to go, do you know what I mean? Like, she might have other things going on, so she's not like man of the match every game. But there is good players in there around her now that she can go, right, how do I get them on the ball? How do I keep this happening? How do I keep this move flowing? How do I control this game? Who do I need to cover? Who do I need to let go high? I'm going to sit and just clean up here. Like, there's all that she does now. Like, you could probably sit Kim up front and she'd be scoring hat-tricks. Like, genuinely, like, she'd be able to do that. She can score goals.
Yeah. No taking it away from her. For me, I would say Kim Little is women's football. Like, she's all of it.
Yeah.
You know, she's all of it and more.
Yeah.
And again, a very different character. You know, when you see Kim, she's very reserved. You know, keeps herself to herself.
Yeah.
She doesn't like social media, doesn't want to be on it.
Yeah.
You know, she doesn't like speaking in public all of the time, but she'll do it. She's
Yeah.
just a pure professional.
Plus, but she's a big voice in that Arsenal changing room and with the all behind the scenes. She is Miss Arsenal. Do you know what I mean? Like, she is. They need her. They need her there. She will probably die at that club. Do you know what I mean? Sorry to be so morbid about it.
There's been a lot of death chat today.
Right.
We're going to put her on a cross and lower her to the stake.
And we'll hang her at Emirates. So we'll get the fans come,
Do you know
come
what?
in.
Easter's coming.
Yeah.
Put Kim on a cross outside
on
the
a
Emirates.
We'll get
Roll away
everyone
the
in to watch. It'll be a fantastic occasion. But actually watching Kim before the match when she's seen the tifo, and she's obviously walking out, I think, with her nieces and nephews, was it?
It was, yeah.
You could see the emotional and she's a bit like getting choked up. And I was like, that was actually really nice to see because she is a superstar. But just seeing her like feeling that emotion, being like, I thought it was like a really nice moment. It was quite pure.
Did you cry?
I didn't cry, but I just went, oh.
Was I cried?
I was like, oh, that's cute.
I actually cried.
You could see her try not to cry. I'm like,
Yeah.
go and cry. Do it, Kim.
Cry.
But no, I think a nice moment for her.
Yeah.
And look, she's been Arsenal. It's been a up and down, up and down, up and down. But I think it's amazing you get a player there that is just that. What a huge servant to that club she is.
If she were English, she'd be on every poster.
Oh,
On
she'd be getting
every wall.
taken to the bloody Emirates in a horse and carriage all the
Yeah.
time. Like that, trotting along with her.
But-
She'd be on her throne. All
Congrats, Kim. Honestly, you're one of the best, and you've always been a good soul as well, good person. She did my first podcast with me. Was Kim Little. So
that. Yeah.
I still thank her.
Oh, was
for
it?
that as well. Was
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
That's cool.
Now, yesterday in Wales, Wrexham women became the champions, and it's causing a bit of a stir on social media as well. Pleased to say, joining us now is Mark Swales, who is the general manager for Wrexham Women. Mark, good to see you. How's things?
Hi, Mark.
Good, thank you. A bit tired this morning.
I bet you are. Bit of a fuzzy head. Big celebrations.
It was a very good evening. Yeah, certainly the girls had a great day on the pitch and then made the most of it again in Wrexham last night.
How do you feel about them becoming the champions and doing it in a derby as well? I mean, it's a huge moment for you moving forward.
I mean, it's huge for North Wales in general, and look, you've seen the story of Wrexham in terms of the men and the growth over the last few years. For the women to now be on the same path that the men have met over the last few years is amazing, and you know that's full credit to Jenny and Bex and the coaching team of what they put together this year very quickly.
We have to ask as well about what's going on social media. Just quickly, I don't know if you've even had a moment to open your phone this morning, Mark, but we saw the team talk from the captain.
Yep.
We are the 4 C's, courage, committed, controlled and creative. And I was like, wow, this woman's got passion, love that. And today we have 4 new C's, Cardiff City crumble to the champions. Some people saying it's disrespectful. I think it's good character.
Yeah, look, I think the first thing to say is put on record is what Ian Derbyshire and Cardiff have achieved over the last 3 years. Anyone that doesn't know what Ian's achieved with them in terms of 3 consecutive league titles and competing in the Champions League, the record speaks for itself. Jodie is an incredibly passionate captain. She is a proper leader in terms of on and off the pitch, the way that she commits and connects to herself. And it was all said in that moment where you have a bit of passion and you've both been involved in football long enough, you know, things come across, and it certainly wasn't meant in any malice because we have our utmost respect for Cardiff and the staff behind the scenes of what they've achieved, and all we're trying to do at Wrexham now is compete with them, and this is what this season's been about for us, is actually how do we take a step forward to compete against Cardiff, to compete with Swansea and put North Wales back on the map in the women's game.
Yeah, I can't say I look at it and think it was disrespectful. Again, maybe after the game, Cardiff are feeling a bit upset, so it's taken a bit personal. But like you've said, they were the benchmark, they were the competition, and Wrexham have had to come and sort of prove their worth and dig in and obviously you set out to win the league and you must be buzzing. I know I spoke to you a few months ago. So how are you feeling right now that you're on the right path and right trajectory?
Yeah, I mean, look, we've exceeded expectations when we started this season. The aim was to compete, and we knew, again, as we say, the benchmark that Cardiff and Swansea and the TNS have set over the last few years. So to be where we were a few weeks ago, knowing that going into phase 2 that we had the opportunity to compete against Cardiff in the Cup. I mean, we played them 3 weeks in a row, which I think we both got very bored of seeing each other. And getting the first one over the line with the Aherne Trophy on penalties was a great step forward. And then to go to the Cardiff City Stadium with half a FIFA in the stand with Gianni Infantino and others watching the game was probably a benchmark moment for us to go, actually, we can actually do this, because that day the girls really played well. They really set the stall out. And fair play to Cardiff. The week later they come back in the FA W Cup and beat us down at Aberystwyth, and that really then obviously set the stall out. But the girls have had a tough week. We had to play TNS, which was a tough one last Sunday. We then had to travel to Swansea midweek, and I think most of the girls got home about 2-3 o'clock in the morning, and then prepare for yesterday, which was a mammoth event for everybody.
Mark, we all know your famous owners. Everyone knows the story of Wrexham. Is this the plan for the women's team? Are they looking to do quadruple jumps? Possibly it's going to happen again for the men up to the Prem, which is it is the fairy tale. Is this what they want for the women as well?
Look, the ambition is, when I started here and with Jenny as well, the ambition is very clear at the moment, is to be the best team in Wales. And we now have an opportunity to put Wrexham on the European platform through the Champions League. So we're going to focus very much on how we prepare for next season. It's crazy to think we haven't even finished the season and we're already looking at how do we get ready for the early rounds of Champions League. And we have an infrastructure to build first before we think about jumping anywhere else or anything like that. We just need to make sure that we are consistently competing, because Cardiff will come back next year bigger and stronger. Swansea and others will start to invest more, and we just want to make sure, first of all, that we support the FAW in growing the league and supporting that development, as well as obviously building our own infrastructure for next season. All
right, well, fair play to you. Congratulations to you, the team and the squad for a big win. And I'm sure we'll keep seeing more of Wrexham online.
Do you think you're heading to Vegas anytime soon?
Yeah, with the lads on the private jet.
Funny, that was probably one of the first questions mentioned to Humphrey after the game, is like, when are we going to Vegas? And my response to that was half of our girls aren't even old enough to drink, so Vegas is not the place to be going. So look, we'll have something. We had a great celebration last night, and we'll look at what comes after the trophy lift next Sunday, and then start preparing for a new season before this one's even finished.
Smashing. Listen, Mark, thank you so much for your time. I know we've got you straight in and onto Zoom for this, so thank you. Brilliant. We appreciate it. Well done to you and everyone else involved.
Cheers, Mark.
Thanks for having me. Cheers.
Thank you. Director of Women's Football at Wrexham, Mark Swales. That is a story, Rush. I mean, the way that they're going about it, they're now part of the documentary. Welcome to Wrexham as well.
Look, I get there, massive congrats to them. They've been fantastic, and they obviously had ambitions of that at the start of the season. I just hope Wrexham really back them and really push them on, and I want to see them fast-tracked. I don't want to see them having to, hold back. I want to see it like the men's, where they're going, getting players, getting them in and going, right, we're full-time. We're a full-time club now, and going and pushing on. Yeah. I want to see them in the Championship. I want to see them in the WSL. I don't want it to be too long a journey, because I think the way it's went for the men's side, why can't it go the same for the women's side?
Fascinating stuff. Well done to Wrexham, champions of Wales. Ruesha, thank you for today. Good luck at camp. When will I see you again?
Well, we have a league fixture on Sunday, and then camp should be the following week. Next week. Is that next week?
All right.
I don't know. I don't even know what day it is.
What's my name again? What's my name? Rush, thank you very much. Everyone, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget, coming up for you this week, it's a big week. You've been watching The Kickback on talkSPORT, sponsored by Disney+, where you can watch every match of the UEFA Women's Champions League live. A huge one ahead. Don't miss. Chelsea versus Arsenal, quarter-final second leg, 1st of April, live only on Disney+. 18+ subscription as ever required. Don't forget to like, subscribe, get in the comments, and we'll see you again soon. Bye.